What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Post Credits Podcast, a show where we are lucky enough to talk about movies with you. This is episode 44, recorded on August 24th, 2025. To get posted on podcast services on Tuesday, August 26th, 2025, to the usual spots: Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, Podbean, and then YouTube. If you're listening to us on an audio-only version, feel free to head over to YouTube, check out the video as well. You can watch full episodes or just segments. Everything is time coded out. We try to snip out some interesting clips also, however you choose to enjoy us. Thank you. And just if you want to just get to the meat of the episode, get past all that rambling we do, I think it's like really enjoyable part of the episode, but you can just click on the time code and get right to the movie review. I know a lot of people have asked me recently if we can just make an episode that's just a movie review. All you got to do is click the time code. It's that simple. It'll take you right there, guys.
There are chapters built into our YouTube.
We can't make it any more simple for you. Yeah, we can't. It can't be made more simple for you.
Like you're trapped in here with us.
So, also in the comment section, let us know if you think Grayson wears the same shirt every single show.
So I wish I wouldn't do that because I've realized I have like a shirt rotation that I wear, and like I have to pay attention to what I put on before I come to the podcast and be like, did I wear that shirt last week?
Yeah. So
I haven't worn this one yet. I have this is a new one, but I do wear a lot of blue shirts. Last week was the shirt I lactated on. Remember, there was a green.
That's
man.
Oh yeah, and like your mic covered it up, so nobody actually probably knew about that until this moment. Just said that. Yeah. So this is why you folks come here.
Yeah, Grayson's wearing his lactate blue today,
so and now they have a lot more questions on their mind rather than a movie podcast. Like, what did I just hear?
No.
I know.
No, when I look at you and you say I lactated, it checks out. You're fine.
Oh my. Okay, we're moving on.
I wasn't surprised.
Fair enough, guys. What's going on this week? Is it still hot as hell in the valley?
No, it's been a wonderful week weather-wise.
Yeah, it's actually not too bad.
Played some badminton up at the fam yesterday. Fun.
Your family's big badminton family.
We are.
We don't play. Do you mean badminton or badminton?
I've been
meaning to ask this.
Yes, it's the same thing.
It's badminton, but I don't know. I didn't know if you guys had made some kind of addendum to it that like then made it badminton.
We just call it badminton because I'm English challenged and I think it's a little bit funny.
Fair. Reading is fundamental.
Every time you said that,
with a capital fun.
Every time you said that, my brain's like, how did they incorporate mints into badminton to give it that name? And I'm like,
you went to a really weird place for that. Yeah, no, we just play badminton with volleyball rules, and just a bunch of old people out there smacking shuttlecocks around. So
here's
don't get mad, YouTube. That is the actual term.
Here's the question of the week: are the cats living in your house yet?
Ooh,
they are, aren't they? They are. You lost that one, Chris.
Hold on.
Oh man.
So
we have a cat update.
The day after I told you guys about the cats, the kittens have disappeared.
Oh no!
And they never came back.
Uh-oh.
Most likely, someone scooped them up and either kept them or took them to an animal shelter. Is probably what happened.
Okay.
Hold on.
But it was the day after, and my children have been very sad about it.
Okay, I was going to ask, how's the fam taking it?
So, I took it harder than I thought.
Honestly,
honestly,
the cats!
Hold on. Because I like the idea of having the outside cats, and my daughter seemed excited about it and stuff. And they got their little switches in their tablet, and they're like sitting at the window watching the cats while they're playing their switches. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was adorable. But yeah, someone scooped them up and either kept them because they were cute cats.
I hope they got scooped up.
Cute kittens, or they took them to the animal shelter.
Or they got scooped up by a hawk.
No, stop.
Yeah.
Not both of them. Jesus.
Or both of them.
Hawks.
Two hawks.
I want you to. I want
Hawks,
that on
notorious pack hunters.
Oh, God.
I want that on your soul, Chris. I want that on your soul. They were scooped up by hawks and made into food.
No. And listen, chances are maybe 50% of them were scooped up by hawks, but the other 50% was probably given. They were cute cats. They were cute little kittens. So I'm not of the illusion that someone else may have taken these things in. So
I have to check the.
But I have a whole bag of cat food and a whole bag of kitten food that I don't need anymore. So
that's okay. There will be more.
When you get some cats, you'll have them.
So that's the cat update. It is what it is.
Let's hope they ended up in a. No, let's hope they ended up somewhere where they're being loved and paid
100%.
attention to. Yeah,
100%.
Let's hope it's a good cat.
I have an idea what actually happened.
The hawk. You're going with the hawk every time.
My kids are under the illusion or belief
farm upstate
that they went to that someone else took them in.
Okay. Many boys thought their dog went to a farm upstate until they grew up a little bit and realized their parents fucking lied to them.
Yeah, I had no illusions of that because I had to dig the grave for my dog. So
Yeah, we
I
never.
I know where my dog's buried.
Yeah, we never had the dog go upstate.
No, yeah.
Where I'm from. So,
Yeah.
Wow.
but
Okay,
yeah,
well, I've got the
I
cat
do
update.
know the analogy.
It was a good cat update. But
Was it?
what else is going on besides cats and badminton? What else is going on in Chris's life?
That's basically it for me. I think so.
Cool.
Yeah, that's about it. I mean, so nerdy news in World of Warcraft retail, the Race to World First just ended. Go Team USA! We beat Europe again. So
Yeah, what's up, Europe?
yeah,
Suck it.
suck it.
Suck it. We may be the dumbest nation on the planet, but damn it all if we're not the best gamers on the planet.
We're like 23rd dumbest or something. It's fine.
I mean, look, that's not a good benchmark, Chris. I
There's
wouldn't.
a lot of nations.
Is it
There's way more
23rd
nations than you
dumbest or 23rd
Smartest.
smartest?
Either way.
No, that's one way
either-
means something.
There,
the other
that
way
can be
means
like a
another.
wild disparity.
Once you get past a certain number, it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, it really doesn't. It really doesn't. What about you, Roger?
Well, not a whole lot going on. Been pretty busy with my job, my actual
Good.
job, so that's good. Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Not
We went out with took my daughter up to hang out with some friends yesterday. Did some swimming
Okay.
and that kind of stuff. It was nice. Ate some pizza. Had a good time.
Hell yeah.
Yep. College football started, so I watched a little bit of little sports ball on TV.
Yeah.
It's getting to be that time. You know, it's getting to be fall time. So
Yeah,
it's-
score them
it's-
football goals.
Score them points.
Yeah.
Go team. Football. So yeah, always exciting. I went to a high school football game for the first time in a few years, actually, because I live right next to the high school football field
Yeah,
in
you
my
do.
town. I do, very close to it, and they actually had a game on Thursday night, which is
so did my
there was a
local,
handful of teams locally that had that for the state of Ohio.
Yeah,
It's
strange.
not an uncommon thing to start the year, so. Me and my wife wandered up, who probably watched my high school team get the shit kicked out of them.
Hell yeah! Always feels
And,
good.
No, and my dad, and I don't think I ever talked about this on this show directly. Like my dad is a big believer in being an athletic booster, and it's
Oh,
fine. So what he does, he's older, he likes to do it. He goes to the meetings every week and keeps me apprised of things. To my chagrin, like normally I don't really care, but I
Yeah,
humor him. So I come up there. And he's glad that I'm at the game, and then they just get throttled. And I was like, "This is your fault, old man. This is your
man.
fault. This is your fault."
Jesus.
So, and then he left at halftime. He gave me like the Irish goodbye. Like he just turned and like said something to the guy beside me, and then just peaced out. I was
Not
like,
even his own
dang.
son. Not even his
no.
own
So
son.
like I texted him later. I'm like,
Did you
Where the hell did you go?
no, I texted him the final score. I'm like, when did you leave? He's like, halftime. I was like, God damn it. Fine.
Nice.
Mm.
Well,
What was
I
the
realized.
crowd like?
I mean, it was a Thursday, so it was like different.
Yeah.
I mean, because like in my job, I have the ability to go to a high school football game on
Yeah.
a Thursday. It's not an uncommon thing, but it's not a Friday night.
Yeah.
Where people.
A lot of people don't work the next day.
Yeah, or it's easier to get off early on a Friday to do something, or earlier on a Friday than it is earlier on a Thursday. So the one thing, so like obviously I played high school football like 25 years ago, so take this with a grain of salt. Like I never had a game that wasn't on a Friday or a Saturday.
Mhm.
So like I couldn't imagine playing a sporting event like a football game. Now basketball, I get it because it's how it was, but to play a high school football game on a Thursday and then get up and go to school the next day, like that sounds brutal.
Yeah.
Like I remember the very first high school football game I played in when I was a sophomore in like high school. Like I got the shit beat out of me. Not like because we were bad or anything, but like the physical,
Yeah.
like
The physicality.
getting
involved.
run into every play or whatever really is draining.
Yep.
And then be like, yep, that 6:15 alarm's going off. Ugh. Brutal.
Yeah.
But
And then like 7 hours later, you're trying to figure out complex math
Well,
equations and
even that too is like I also never had the opportunity because like we didn't win a whole lot when I was in high school, but like I never got housed on a Thursday to go back to school the next morning to hear about how bad we got our ass whipped the night before.
Yeah,
So
That's true.
You got you
no,
just
had
that
to wait all the
weekend-
way till Monday for that.
Had that
so.
weekend recovery to
Yeah,
really,
like,
to really
'cause, like,
settle into the
Then
loss.
college games had happened.
Yeah.
Like the NFL had started. So yeah,
Dang,
Interesting.
crazy. You were the preamble to the sports weekend.
yeah, pretty
Yeah,
much.
that's not good.
Pretty much. So by the time I was over, no one cared.
Yep, there you go. Perfect. What about
That's
you, Grace? Anything on? your end?
it's been a lot of I have a lot of prospects coming up. There's a lot of weird things propagating out here. California once again increased the tax incentive to make it more enticing for films to shoot here, and they've amended some of the qualifications in order, and they've made you can collect more of it. So they're trying to get stuff to come back here. It's just
Gotcha.
the studios
That's
are
good,
really, yes and no, because the studios are really not shooting much here. It's only the streamers that are shooting stuff here, and that's going to create a problem eventually. But
what's the studio based in Pittsburgh that you've kind of looked into a couple times, or you've done work with?
I mean, it's not really studio, but like there's a couple different places where like Netflix loves Pittsburgh, Amazon likes Pittsburgh.
Okay, gotcha.
Sony oddly likes Pittsburgh a lot. But like there's a couple places they just shoot out of. A lot of old warehouses that are no longer a thing.
I was gonna say a lot of probably some good
industrial parks,
unused infrastructure and all that.
One of them I noticed. So one of the 31st Street Studios is like that's been around since like early days of like Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and is grandfathered. So the sewage, I found out it just gets flushed and right into the river. I found that out river. I asked one of the guys who's there to work on he's like, nope, this building's old enough, it's grandfather. It's just when you flush it goes right out to sea. That's how I know what that is. But then there's one up. I forget what part of town it is, but it's like it's an old, super old like nuclear testing Westinghouse research facility, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember in the kitchen, like someone talked about, oh yeah, 15 years ago they were still doing nuclear testing up here. I'm like, should we be in radiation suits right now? And the guy's like, I don't know. I'm like, oh yes, great.
Yeah.
No.
Fantastic. Yeah, I mean, that's probably why your hair stands up like that naturally now. You don't need a product for that.
It's true.
I don't have to something about Marriott.
It just grows that way.
It does. But there's a lot of stuff. They just got Pittsburgh. Because Pittsburgh and Philadelphia have a rivalry because Philly's rates are a lot higher than Pittsburgh's because they're closer to New York, so they have to go to the New York rates, and Pittsburgh.
Miles, yeah.
So, but Pittsburgh's got a lot of stuff lately. So I don't know but I just talked to someone about the cap, and Pennsylvania's nearing that cap for the next 2 years, so it could be a very quiet time. I'm not exactly sure how it's going to go, but
okay,
I only hear what I've been told. But there's a lot of stuff that's going around up in. I think some of the stuff's coming back to shoot on the studio lots, which is good news for me because I'm out here, obviously. But
yeah,
something will come. I'm sure of it. But yeah, Roger, you know what I watched this week? I'm like, you know what? I was flipping through. And I'm like, you know what? Roger talks about this movie a lot. I'm gonna give it another go, and I'm gonna sit here on the couch with my dinner. God damn that movie, The Perfect Storm. No, The Perfect Storm. Jesus.
Yep.
That movie rips your soul out.
Saddest movie ever made.
Jeez Louise.
Sadder than Weatherman?
Weatherman?
With Nick Cage?
Yeah.
Yes, it's sadder than Weatherman. Jeez Louise.
Not that sad movie.
That's a movie I never think about, but to see that
Storm?
with Mark Wahlberg and
Perfect Storm is George Clooney, Mark Wahlberg, and a handful of other people.
Oh, wait. Yeah.
The fishing boat where they all die at the end.
Yeah.
From 20 years ago.
Super cheery movie.
Yeah, and it's like you think that they're going at least somebody's going to get saved. No.
Nope.
Well, the thing is, like, that last bout they have with they almost make it out. It's like the Clooney character, like the guys are out on making adjustments to the mast, and like Clooney's like, we're gonna beat this bitch, and then they think they're out of it. They think they're out of it, and there's this swell, and then all of a sudden this massive wave. Now the reason I bring it up is because like I only saw that at Carmike Cinemas when it came out. Like that's all that was available to us.
I did too. Yeah,
I would love to see that movie on like
way
modern day,
like 2004 ish.
No,
what year was that?
Perfect, like 2000, like 99 or 2000.
Okay. My bad.
It was a long time ago.
I would love to see that movie on like a massive IMAX screen. Those big ass waves. Oh my lord. But that's a very sad movie. I watch that once every now and again, but
you got to put that in the Cosm thing. Have you seen that one with have the water all around? Like that'd be rad as hell.
Yeah, what is it about IMAX that makes water so appealing? Because I think about it. I think of Interstellar, think of Avatar and stuff. Like it's like always water's like, yeah, fuck yeah, that looks cool as hell. I don't know what it is about it.
When are they going to re-release Waterworld? Let's talk about that masterpiece.
Waterworld is not as bad as you think it was.
Let me just.
It's really not. Here's the thing, though. It's just not that good. And
No, but
okay,
like
that's fair, yeah.
what year was that? Because like that
like
movie cost
95, like
the
95.
movie cost $250 million in 1995.
That's a lot.
Dude,
That's
that's like $500 now.
Yeah.
Like,
Could you
imagine, imagine running that number and be like, guys, big movie coming, big movie. Because like, look, F1 is like the most expensive movie we talked about in the wild.
Yeah.
And it was like what 320, 325. Not even in the fucking ballpark,
Well,
dude.
Like a lot of Kevin Costner movies in the 90s, it was way ahead of its time. The Robin Hood movie was far ahead of its time. The Bull Durham was way ahead of its time. The other baseball
Bull Durham
movies he
whips
did,
ass. Love
it
that
does.
movie.
Well, see, so there's another one I just watched too. I always forget he was another baseball movie, not For Love of the Game,
Field
not
of
Field,
Dreams.
not Field of Dreams. There's another one. There's another one even that I
Fourth
just,
Angels in the
baseball movie?
Outfield.
no.
Yes, that's
it's
it.
Something else. It's something else. But like it's another one that. Anyway, it's like it's like he was ahead of
There's
his
a
time.
football version of that called Angels in the
I
Backfield.
know.
Yeah,
Okay.
of course. Yeah.
Okay.
Isn't
What do you
Taylor
mean? No,
Lautner
of
in
course,
that?
like it's some sort of.
Yeah,
Well,
that was straight to box set DVD. Like, what do you mean? Of course.
Oh, okay.
There are 4 people that know about that movie. 3 of them are on this podcast.
VHS, I'm sure.
I went on like a low budget horror movie tear on Prime this week,
Low
and
budget horror. Low budget horror is a
magical
unique,
place to be.
That's a unique place to explore without a guide. Like, I don't know if I'd recommend that.
Well, I enjoyed some of them. I really did.
No. Yeah, I get you.
And some of the creativity they did to cover up the fact that they had like 7 cents to build this set. It was a lot of fun to watch how they I knew how they did things. Oh, another movie. Speaking of seeing things, is I watched The Substitute with
Angels in the End Zone, not Backfield. My fault.
Okay.
Yeah, that was
2000. No, sorry. And then a 2000s television movie, Angels in the Infield.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
with Sean
God.
Hunter's brother from what's the Corey Matthews, Sean Hunter, Mr. Feeney. What's that show called?
Boy Meets World.
Yeah, it's Sean's brother Jack. He's the main, and he ends up hugging the goalpost because he thinks it's his dad in the end. Yeah. Anyway,
What the hell?
I'm telling you. What else? I watched
I know what next series we need to do a deep dive into.
Oh yeah.
All right. The Substitute with Tom Berenger, and the movie where they end up having to shoot out in a school with like sniper rifles, and it's wild. But on one of the scenes where someone gets shot, I caught it. I was watching, and like you can literally see the strings pull the dude back.
Sure.
Oh man,
They didn't,
yeah.
you could
That happens.
2 or 3 of those shots were like, I was like, how do they leave I could see one, but there's like 3 shots like that's definitely a stunt string pulling someone back from being shot with a shotgun. Like, crazy movie. But
I don't know why when you said The Substitute, my mind automatically defaulted to The Faculty.
The Faculty, yeah.
Yeah, like I don't know why I did that.
Because The Faculty is way better than you remember as well.
Faculty
It is. Well,
is an
here's the
incredible
thing.
movie.
I just watched that again not too long ago.
Yeah.
It was on something, and my wife had it on. She's like, "You ever seen this?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I have."
Yeah.
Like, it's an okay
Yeah,
movie.
when Ohio's the villain, you know it's
Yeah. Well, it's not okay. The Faculty's a 10. The Faculty is excellent parody.
I don't know.
Not
Not
even
about
parody.
10. Let's be
It's
careful with our
it's-
10s.
It's pretty.
Listen,
good.
I know we don't care about our 7s, but our 10s are okay.
Hold on a second. Okay. The Faculty I would put up there with the best of that year. I mean, for a remake of The Invasion of the Body Snatchers, that movie is exemplary.
What year is that?
Faculty is like 98.
98.
98.
I don't even know what came out that year. I didn't watch movies like I do now, so it doesn't really matter.
Sure, but
that's,
but that was a very special time.
You were
Anyway,
just a wee boy.
wee lad.
I was.
All
a
right,
wee
guys.
boy.
We are 18 minutes in. Let's say we start the show.
The Faculty's got a 61 on Metacritic. Though.
That's
No,
pretty
okay,
good.
hold on. But okay, this is worth discussing for a second. This has
Alright.
the Metacritic shield is what I'll call it, because the movie came out in '98. So the only people that are going back and rating this movie care about this movie.
Well, somebody
course.
doesn't like it. So let's see. Hold on. Let's give me 30 seconds here. 2 people rated this negative.
Okay, 2 people.
I want to go find out why.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah,
go.
yeah,
find
fine.
out.
What they
Yeah,
say?
find-
What they
Find
say?
these people.
That's what I'm going to do here.
Call them out.
Too many
All
white
right.
people. This movie sucks. I'll bet you.
So
That's probably
Christian
accurate.
Science Monitor
Here we go.
gave it a 25 out of 100 with a 1-word thing. It just says creepy.
That's the point of the
See?
movie.
Yep.
By that
See,
metric, that should be a 100.
See, that's what I
Not a
don't.
20.
That's exactly what I don't like. Is like
Okay.
people that leave those.
Tell me about
reviews.
real views.
Yeah, and Real Views, which I don't know what that is.
Hold on,
Gave
is it REEL views?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
yes.
it is. It
Yeah.
is.
Gave it a 38 out of 100. It says, one could easily argue that many Ed Wood type bad movies, The Faculty, might be headed for cult classic shelf in the video store. Unfortunately, it's not campy enough, and worse, it seems to think it's being hip when it's just being dumb.
It's being dumb by 2025 standards. Real, like I don't understand what. Again, but here's the thing: it's got plenty of people that are giving it positive reviews. Because again, you're not looking this movie up unless you care about this film in some way.
Well, hold on. Context means everything. If you're not able to put yourself in the context of 1998 Invasion of the Body Snatchers, kind of a remake of that with a good cast, with a very young, talented cast, with good
cast,
yeah,
good, very good visuals, very good production value, then I don't want your opinion. I'm not saying in a bad way. Hear me out. Is you need to put yourself into context. For example, I just listened to one of my favorite video game podcasts where they read a letter that said they read a write-in that said he turned 23 in 2025, and it said, I'm replaying the original Metal Gear Solid. Now, like, one of the best PlayStation games, one of the top-rated games of all time. And
True.
he's like, I don't see the love here. Tank controls. It talks about, I know war's bad, and then the guy reading it immediately says, we don't need a 23-year-old's opinion on why Metal Gear Solid is incredible. Thank you for writing in. Goodbye. Like, that's how I feel with that review. There is, unless you can put, if you're putting yourself in the context of the time, 1998, that movie is so good. If you're putting it in context, if you're not doing that, then I don't care for your opinion, because you're not looking at it the right way. So
listen,
I guess
I'll have a discussion with anyone about anything, when it comes to having a back and forth. But it's
Sure.
just, there's some things that you have to you do have to kind of consider when something came out and what it
I
was
agree.
at the time compared to like where we are now, because everything's different now with like how things
I
are
agree.
made and how things are looked at, and your audience is different now than they were back then. Like,
For sure.
like viewers are more informed and smarter on average.
Yep.
And movies do now reflect, good movies, good film reflects that. So I don't know.
So I'm looking at the faculty cast list.
Yeah.
Just
read it
real
off.
quick.
Read it.
Well,
Yeah.
it's Josh Hartnett, Elijah Wood, Clea Duvall, Jordana Brewster, Lauren Harris, Sean Hotasi, Famke Janssen, Selma Hayek, and a handful of other people. But for whatever reason, the picture of Elijah Wood is like the worst picture of Elijah Wood I've ever seen.
That can't be his best. You know what I mean?
It's terrible.
Hold on, is that IMDb you're looking at?
I just Googled it, and
it
might be from the IMDb picture thing.
It's just giving it a goog.
It's terrible.
Yeah,
but
It's
funny.
What is the picture? Now I'm curious.
He's got some glasses on.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Oh,
matter.
right. Oh, I've seen that picture.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
All
right.
Yeah. Also, The Faculty's pretty good movie. So check it out.
It really is. I agree with that.
Well, to say that it's a pretty good movie, I don't think it's fair. I think Faculty is really well done for what it was.
I think it's pretty good.
I think saying it's pretty good is a fair assessment.
Yeah.
Well, what would you give it today if we just watched it? We're talking.
I give it a thumbs up.
All right, that's fair. Okay, fair enough. Let's talk about some box office. It's been long in the tooth, but let's get started, shall we, gentlemen?
Do it.
Let's look at the box office.
I haven't looked at this all today, by the way. So
you're gonna be excited. So number one, Chris, you'll be excited. You know why you'll be excited? Number one, K-pop Demon Hunters. It got a theatrical release this week, 18 million, bringing its worldwide total to 18 million.
It made 18 million, and everyone's seen this thing already.
Yep.
That's actually impressive.
Number two
qualifies for the Oscars.
Yep,
it does indeed. Number two, Weapons, 15.6 million. If you've not listened to our episode, it's a good episode. You should go back and listen to that. It's just 2 weeks ago. You should listen to that.
Yep.
199 worldwide, just shy of the $200 million.
Imagine being Weapons and being dethroned in the week by K-pop Demon Hunters. Though I just want to, as good as it is, as both of those are, it's crazy that K-pop Demon Hunters came out with a sing-along weekend, and that's what blew your movie out of the water.
Well, it only beat it by 2.4 million. I mean, it's not
blew it out of the water. Took the number one spot.
Percentage-wise, it's a large number.
Freakier Friday, number 3, 9.2 million, 113 worldwide. Number 4, The Fantastic Four: First Steps, 5.9 million for 490 worldwide. The Bad Guys 2, 5.1 million for 149 million worldwide. I did catch Superman again this week. I wanted to just say that is I just thought it was at a time I was like, okay, I'll watch it. I really enjoy that movie. But number 6 through 10,
Superman's a pretty decent movie.
Yeah, it's all right.
Nobody 2, Superman, The Naked Gun, Honey Don't, which was a movie that was on our radar, but it wasn't available.
We were probably going to talk about that movie this week, except it didn't come out wide. So,
and Jurassic World Rebirth still in top 10 at 844. So that's about, it won't cross 850, but that's still a damn good run. Damn good.
People love their dinosaurs.
They do.
They do indeed.
Love big giant lizards.
Remember
big
a minute ago when I said
robots.
movie audiences are smarter now? Yeah, maybe I was wrong.
I have a whole segment where like I'm going to disagree with you on that when you bring it up in context of another movie, but I generally don't think that's true. But they are more informed, and that's something that is true.
More informed does not mean they're smarter.
No, it does not.
Roger,
I guess we're splitting hairs on context here, but all right, okay, guys.
Context matters. Roger, it is your week for the movie rec. Blow us away with whatever you've got coming down the line.
So normally we watch a movie, and spoiler, like I don't think we actually told people what we're doing this week yet, but I'll break that news now. So normally we watch a movie this week when we kind of had to pivot midweek for the first time in a while because, like I said, we didn't get to see Honey Don't, which was our tentative plan. So this week we're doing a little bit of an expanded discussion, a fully expanded discussion on what's coming out in the fall and into the holiday.
Yeah.
So all the way to September, all the way through to the end of the year, basically. And so for the first time in forever, I'm not making a recommendation based off of the movie that we watch, which I try to keep them somewhat.
They're usually adjacent, right?
Somewhat in the same ballpark area. So, like, I had a really hard time picking a movie because I wanted to, go over something that I'd seen recently. And since there's always a Harry Potter movie on TV at this point, like, always, like, I have chosen what is the best Harry Potter movie. And it's not a question.
Of course it is. Jeez.
Is it? What's better? Because I've chosen Goblet of Fire, which is the superior book and the best movie.
I think Azkaban is in the runnings.
It's not. Wrong.
Okay, well, you're saying opinion. You're not saying fact here.
I'm saying fact.
No. No, Azkaban, I would say.
You didn't know what to say.
No, well, I mean, I don't know how to respond to nonsense. So you got me. But, I mean, I would say Half-Blood Prince is up there. I mean, Goblet of Fire is good. Half-Blood Prince, I would say Deathly Hallows Part 1 is excellent. Part 2 is excellent. That's just me. Anyway, go on. Sorry.
No. So I chose Goblet of Fire.
You chose the 4th best Harry Potter movie in the Harry Potter franchise.
Yes.
Thank you.
Clearly I did. But yeah, so I mean, like, Goblet of Fire is the one where, things like really take the step forward in the franchise. They grow up a little bit. We get to see, people die, multiple people die.
Yep, scared the shit out of my oldest daughter.
Terrifies children. It's good, it's like it's a solid movie overall. Do you want me to go through the particulars of that guy, or
I got it up if you want me to, or you can.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Of course, Daniel Radcliffe, Emma Watson, Rupert Grint, David Tennant. He's Barty Crouch Jr., Timothy Spall, Mark Williams, James Phelps, and Bonnie Wright. There's just a handful of names, and the handsome man Robert Pattinson. If he's from the Handsome Man Club, Robert Pattinson. But Jason Isaacs. The list just goes on. Obviously, it's directed by Mike Newell. Not a lot of people probably know that, but not a lot of people care about the director of those. Obviously written from the source material of J.K. Rowling, the 4th book, Goblet of Fire.
Yeah.
Well, the one thing that I always think about that's hilarious, this is just going to be semi-Harry Potter-y discussion for a second, is if you watched or read the books, you realize like there's a trend throughout the movies that their defense against the dark arts teacher is either trying to kill Harry Potter in some way, or a werewolf, or just unfit to do the job moving forward, right? And in this movie, we get like the weird curveball. We get old Mad Eye Moody.
Yep.
Crazy ass Mad Eye Moody is the defense against the dark arts teacher. But it's not actually Mad Eye Moody. Nope. It's Barty Crouch Jr. who does an above average job of being the best defense against the dark arts teacher that they've had the entire time that Harry's at Hogwarts, and he's impersonating another person.
Yep.
Like, respect to the job. Like, this man brought it every minute that he was there.
Talk about a method actor doing
Right?
a method acting job.
That's right. That's how talented David Tennant is.
He even made himself look like Gleason.
That's right.
He changed his whole facial structure.
Exactly.
That's right.
This became him to teach these kids how to kill little spiders or whatever that weird thing is that he made.
With the Cruciatus curse.
Yeah. And well, I mean, he had that bad boy with all the curses, right? Like did them all.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think about that a lot. Like all these other teachers either had to leave, couldn't do it, or were just bad at it, or tried to kill Harry. And here's the guy impersonating someone else, also trying to kill Harry Potter, probably, but still did his fucking day job.
Yep.
And like, congrats to him.
For as much as I talk about, and I think I think those films are as a shared universe, like as all one big, like those are above, like that might be
they're pretty good.
That might be the best like continuous saga like that's ever been put on the screen. But for the loopholes and like why don't they just kill Harry when they I mean every villain has access to him like 100 times.
Oh yeah,
it's like, and I get the book with the whole like there's protections around where he lives, and like they don't do it in the movie, but like I get that, but like especially that book you're talking about, he has access to Harry like 15
thousands of times.
Yeah.
Thousands.
You could just kill him. That's why I don't understand. Like, what is the problem with these villains?
My big problem with the Harry Potter universe,
the whole universe,
and I think in this case, like Hogwarts itself is like because of what the people at Hogwarts can do, they are either the Illuminati themselves, or they should be fixing the world's problems. But instead, they're just going to school and teaching other kids the next generation of magic, instead of doing anything to solve the world's problems. Which is, in my opinion,
there are many problems.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know.
Well, the question I always ask is after everything wraps up in the last book or last movie, how long do you think it takes to repair Hogwarts? It's either months and years, or like 15 minutes. Yeah. Somebody's just like, wham, and everything's fixed. I mean, like, there's still bodies. Like, you still got to clean that stuff up. But like, you float them around. I just flick them right into the
There's a lot of water.
Like a giant sea monster thing.
There's a lot of water nearby. You just bloop. Yeah. You never see them bodies again. It's fine.
Or like, what happens? What happens if like you live in like some weird Muggle village close to that, and like they're just throwing bodies, they're just launching them, just like
ragdoll spinning.
Well, no, yeah, way. Like look, you ever go fishing and like you put like some weights on there, you're like, how far can I sling this thing? Imagine doing that with like a wand and a body, just pick it up and just like, boom. For sure you would do it
again.
Either you people come here.
They're the Illuminati controlling the world, or they're not solving the world's problems, and they could be. So I don't know.
Or when did they learn proper English? Like they all talk like they're the most educated people on the planet. Like when did they learn any of that? So when did they learn basic math or English?
Well, here's the thing. So like they have a very complicated money system.
Yeah, I know.
Like 37 sickles to a galleon, which is a wild statement for like they don't take basic math. They don't take math at Hogwarts. They don't teach that. That's not on the list.
It's like how much does that cost? A handful of pennies. Okay.
Yeah. The gold one.
All right, there's a lot of I get it. There's
a hell of a complicated system for people who don't have basic math past the age of 10. Get the hell out of here.
Wizards and Hogwarts and Pokemon trainers have a lot in common. It's weird.
Yeah. You just kick your kids out at 10 and be like, if he comes back, comes back. Because, like, look, Hogwarts,
if it was meant to be, it'll be.
Like, I love that they have to have permission slips to go to Hogsmeade Village, which is, like, down the road, basically.
Yeah.
But, like, kids die there.
Yeah. All the time. Yeah. It's not even uncommon.
It's like a thing.
All right. Back to Goblet of Fire, please.
Well, I think that rounds up our
look, Goblet of Fire is, like, the perfect thing. Like, Cedric Diggory, he put his name as a legally binding contract.
True.
So... he signed his own death warrant. Thank you.
I'm a Hufflepuff, and Cedric being a Hufflepuff is the only reason I'm not like super like Hufflepuff sucks, man. It just does. I'm sorry, but Cedric was Hufflepuff, so I'm okay with it.
Hey, don't besmirch my daughter's house, okay?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but I'm not too far from the truth. I'll say it less, violently, but it does. It's
less violently.
It's not a great house. But I'm a Hufflepuff. But
my youngest is Slytherin, which makes a lot of fucking sense.
What about you?
I'm Gryffindor.
Oh, get out of here!
I took that goddamn thing twice. I'm Gryffindor.
Hold on a second. No, that doesn't. What'd you get it the first time you took? That's what you
Gryffindor.
are. Oh, okay, fair enough. What about you, Roger?
I'm a Slytherin.
Of course, that makes a whole lot of sense too. But
Sure.
let's talk about what that movie did right. Is
Very powerful wizard.
that there's so much good in Goblet of Fire. It's just the whole and that's one of the things that I appreciate, because the first 3 films, even though Azkaban is somewhat dark, is not nearly as dark as Goblet of Fire, especially
it really ramps up.
Especially when him and Cedric are in the graveyard and Voldemort, literally Satan comes back and it's so good the way they did that. And it's
we went biblical
visually on screen too. Like when they do the wand battle, when their wands lock, when they magically dock.
Magic happens,
it's incredible. It really does look good on screen.
Well, that's
all
what.
Jokes aside,
that's why we got. I mean, that a lot of those visuals are what they took episode 9 from. Is a lot of those visuals came straight from Harry Potter.
Sure,
but that's a very, very emotional moment too. It's wonderful. It's just great.
Super excited for the HBO show. I think it ought to really, really expand the Harry Potter world to a lot of people too. Mm-hmm. You get one movie. I think the first Harry Potter movie was 2 hours almost exactly.
Yeah,
and now you're going to get 10 hours worth of video content. I think that's a great. What a great thing.
Maybe
they can get a lot deeper. So.
I disagree. I mean, I'm going to I'm going to go on record right now and say there is no way that the show will be anywhere close to the quality of the films through and through.
I mean, it's HBO doing it, and I mean,
hold on. You say it's HBO, but Game of Thrones season 8, Last of Us season 2, it's 2 massive, massive fumbles, the biggest fumbles in the history of television.
Sure,
fumbles.
But then you have Game of Thrones season 7. Season 5, season 6.
Yeah, but they might not be wonderful, but they work within the lore of what's being told, and then they don't completely fucking derail it.
Well, yeah. What has deeper lore than Game of Thrones? Harry Potter.
Well, okay, but I mean, it depends on how they present it. I'm just saying, there's a lot of choices they can make.
I expect it to really visually be good.
Yeah. Oh, sure. I mean, if nothing
I have
else,
no worries about that. No worries about that.
I want the story to be kept in focus, which is the return of evil. I don't want the story to be taken out of context and other things added. Welcome
Grayson,
to 2025.
When you're done producing it, let us know.
Sure,
let us know how that
fair,
went.
fine. But, all right, Goblet of Fire is a damn good choice. It is going to be tough to beat that on the movie battle bracket. It's going to be tough to beat that because that's.
See, I pick my movies from passion alone, not trying to win some.
So do I.
Battle, but it is what it is.
Hold on, the only person who hasn't won one just said that. Wait, did you win 2, Roger, and I won 0 too?
I won 1.
Roger won 1 and you won 1.
Oh yeah, so
is what it's been so far.
The only person who hasn't won 1 said he picks from passion. The pink.
Okay, fine. Well, I mean, back-to-back Oscar belts, but it's fine. Don't worry about it.
I have back-to-back. He didn't win. I have both brackets.
I'll check the record.
I'm pretty sure I got both bracket challenges.
I voted against. Yeah, I didn't think I did because I voted against.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
I voted for How to Train Your Dragon over.
Grayson won the last draft.
Oh,
I won both.
Right.
Actually, he's won both drafts. So you've won both Oscar things that we've done.
Yeah.
I've won both bracket battles, and he's won both drafts.
Dang, all right.
Yeah. We gotta fucking mix it up here.
We gotta get some variety going on the show.
I mean, look, or we're just very good at certain aspects of this job.
Talking about mixing it up, let's get to the bulk of the show. From September to December 2025, our most anticipated. Here we go. Let's talk about the discussion.
Well, I mean, yeah, I think we're going to lead in with a discussion of just going through what is coming up in the movie world in the what is it? Because of the fall run or the winter run? Fall run.
I say,
right?
fall. We're doing fall through the holidays.
Yeah.
Because my list goes all the way into December.
Yeah, same. Yeah, absolutely. Yep. So,
yeah,
but
pretty much from next week or after next week to the end of the year, pretty much. And but I want to preface this by saying this is not a complete list. Obviously, there will be things that will jump in and out. This is what we have as of today. Mm-hmm. Some stuff may fall out of this as well, so don't be super surprised if
some things might get pushed back, especially in that December month.
Yeah, and it's only theatrical. Important to realize it's only theatrical releases.
Yeah, I didn't pick anything like Netflix or Apple or anything like that.
I stay with theatrical only.
theatrical only. But
so we've done this a few times on this show. We're gonna do a little bit different this time. We're not just necessarily picking the ones that we want to talk about. We're gonna try to go through not necessarily week to week, but we want to do a little bit of time on each month. So we're gonna start with September, obviously, because that's what's coming up.
Yeah, just talk about the notable ones that are on the way.
Grayson, you got a calendar up by chance?
Yeah, let me just read through them. So, I mean, I don't want to just do because like everything is notable to somebody. So,
well, that's fine.
I mean,
give me So let's start with September. We start with September 5th, the first Friday in September. The Conjuring: Last Rites, Hamilton re-release, Twinless. September 12th, Code 3, Downton Abbey, the grand finale, The Long Walk, Looking Through Water, The Sound of Music re-release, big deal. Spinal Tap 2. The End Continues, and Toy Story re-release.
Is that the 75 for Sound of Music, 75th?
I think so. It has to be, yeah. September 19th, A Big Bold Beautiful Journey, and Him. September 26th, the last Friday in September, gives us BFFs, Gabby's Dollhouse, the movie, One Battle After Another, and The Strangers, Chapter 2. I've left off. There's 2 film festivals, but that doesn't.
We don't
pay attention to that before we do. So let's talk about September then. What do we think?
So I think September, it's not as dry as September's usually are.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there'll be a whole lot of I don't think there'll be a single movie here that makes a bunch of money in September though. I just don't.
The Conjuring will make a ton of money.
I mean, what's a ton though? Like for September,
okay, I'll just say over 100.
Well, okay, well, I think I'd challenge. I don't think it'll do that.
Are we talking
I would
domestic
overall.
I think it's a safe bet. It's going to do over 100.
I think The Long Walk's going to do better than you guys think.
I think so. So Grayson seems to be anti-Long Walk. Not anti, but doesn't think it has any real staying power. Like I think it might be a decent movie.
Yeah.
It's Stephen King.
Yeah.
It's based off a story that he wrote. And
so let me tell you how wrong you guys are already about September and this $100 million number that you guys are already talking about.
All right.
So you're already numerically wrong, because there's a movie coming out in September, in the middle of December, that is very high on my list, which is the Demon Slayer movie that's coming out soon.
Okay.
That comes out on the 12th of September in the United States, and it has already made $200 million in its Japan market, which means worldwide it's already at $200 million. So there's no way that
it's important to note that Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba Infinity Castle, it's IMAX only. So 90% of the country just simply can't watch it.
Okay. Well, that can't be true, because it's already scheduled to come out at Marquee Cinema on the 12th.
Oh, really? That's weird.
Which has no IMAX screen. So I don't know. I don't know how accurate that is. But so far from everything I've seen, it's going to be released here at Marquee and in IMAX. But again, it's already made $200 million worldwide.
Sure.
And it just hasn't hit our market yet. And the last movie for this series came out was Mugen Train. It made almost $500 million.
Totally.
And it made $50 million in the United States. So this is almost, so there's 2 things happening here. When Mugen Train, the previous film, made $500 million, 50 domestic, it was at the height of this show's hype, right? The show was huge. Series 1 and 2 came out very quickly back to back. This is the ending of the show at this point, and they're doing it in a 3-movie run. This is the first of those films.
They're not doing any episodes though, right? It's just a movie.
Exactly. These 3 movies will be the final arc of this.
Also, this is like a trilogy of. Okay.
Yeah, and this is the first of the 3. So because of that, I don't know how much that's going to help or hurt it, but I think the Mugen Train movie made $336 million in Japan in its run back then. So it's at about $200 million now in Japan. So it's made less so far, but it has a whole run left to go, right?
Yep.
So that's going to make it be at least $200 million. I'm betting it's going to make it between 30 to 50 in the United States. So that, and combined with it's the rest of its worldwide market, I think that one's going to. I wouldn't be surprised if this movie hits 500. It's not going to be shocking. I want it to. There's a chance it doesn't, but I think that movie's going to have a decent run in theaters come September.
Does I feel that 500 feel like a stretch though? Probably
500. So I think so, only because of if Grayson's right and it is a limited wide release. It's weird to say limited wide, but if it comes out in select theaters across the United States, focusing on IMAX, it'll be harder for it to make that money. But at the same time, I promise you, in this space, this is something that I'm connected to in a big way.
Mhm.
People are waiting or foaming at the mouth for this movie.
That's good.
This will probably be a minor movie event in the United States, and it's going to keep on rolling with steam in the Japanese market.
Well,
So,
I've seen the trailer like 7. I know you guys don't get to movies to see trailers, but I've seen the trailer like 7 times. It's on damn near everything. Although it's
a
like
good trailer.
I understand,
I've seen the trailer, just not in theaters. Yeah.
But you've got to understand someone who doesn't necessarily like this kind of thing. That trailer comes on and they're just like, "Oh, Lord, what's this crap?"
Oh yeah,
So,
absolutely.
Again, I feel that way about a lot of movies. Period. At this point,
that's fair. That's fair. 100%.
I get that.
But it's just one of those things that, like, it's already made X amount of dollars, which we would see as a successful film.
Sure.
The Mugen Train budget, the one that made the $500 million, was like a $20 million budget maximum. So if this is similar budget, it's already made its money back tenfold. For it just in its domestic market. So, like, in terms of successful films, this would be on that list.
Automatically qualifies. Oh, that's good though. That's a good call out. I hadn't considered it. So
it's foolish for theaters in the U.S. to shun this kind of thing, though, because like anything that gets people in the theater, and of course, a diversified list of things that people can watch is never a bad thing. Always a good thing. So I don't understand why we don't get more of these things more often. Maybe that's the Japanese market not really.
Well, I think a lot of the reasons we don't get anime to the point that Japan does
markets,
here, or other markets in general, is I have a hard time believing that a major U.S. theater chain would release something that's not dubbed.
Yeah.
I just don't think it would happen. Where, like, I know you don't mind watching on subtitle stuff, and I don't mind it either at this point. Grayson, you watch everything subtitled already. It's not. No, that's not a joke.
No,
I
know he does. Yeah, yeah.
But you could have the greatest looking animation of all time, and you put it up, and it's not in the correct language.
Yeah, correct.
You're losing 9/10 of your audience.
I mean, we all had a similar experience with Godzilla 1.
Yeah,
we went
and that movie whips ass. By the way,
it does. It really does. But like, there were people audibly upset that the movie had was subtitled. And
you are correct about that.
It is a barrier, and it's
a weird thing to be upset about, though. That's the thing. It's a weird thing to be upset about. But
it's an expectation thing, and I get that. It's
they look at it. If I'm going to have to pay to do this, I shouldn't have to put in effort to do so.
And I think we're getting, like, we don't get as much of this, is also because anime itself hasn't really taken the movie market space anywhere besides in Japan culturally. And furthermore, animes are now doing this more and more where they're making good films.
Yep. There's
a couple of them that, like, if you guys, if we ever do anything where, like, we talk about something, I have 2 movies to recommend to both of you that if you guys are movie criers, there's no way you guys don't make it out without blubbering like a bunch of sad people. So it's something that can connect with people. Just a lot of people don't give it a shot. So
no, it's very
is
fair.
what it is. But also, Long Walk, I think, is going to do better than what you're giving it credit for, Grayson. I think Long Walk is. Well,
what does that mean, though? We should define that. Do you think there's a chance that Long Walk outperforms The Conjuring? Because I don't think there's even a shot of that.
Well,
maybe not The Conjuring specifically.
I have a better question.
Okay.
Because it's on a similar path, but a little bit different. So Long Walk and Downton Abbey 3 come out on the same weekend.
Yeah.
Which one do you think makes more money? Because, like, here's the thing, and I have seen both Downton Abbey movies. They're both pretty good movies, which it's not a joke. It's a good series. Yeah. The movies are pretty well done. Very watchable, like super British, and like people love that. People love that shit. They do. And the movies have been relatively successful, and they're very well done.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know which movie I prefer to see at this point, and I mean that seriously. Like, I would, if we had to come down to pick a movie between the 3 of us of what movie we're going to watch, I wouldn't be disappointed either way.
Yeah.
I have a hard time. I don't know if Long Walk would outperform Downton Abbey 3 straight up.
Yeah.
And that's the easiest comparison to think, because, like, Long Walk might be a good movie. I hope it is, because, like, I'm interested in that premise. I think it sounds like a good idea, a good movie. And, obviously I'm kind of a Stephen King guy, so most of his stuff I'm pretty in tune with. At least, book wise. I've, movies is hit or miss, but sure.
I think more hit than miss,
but Downton Abbey definitely has its own not
following.
cult following,
Yeah.
but it is a popular thing.
Yeah,
There's a
absolutely.
reason it's getting its third movie. You know what I
Fair
mean?
enough. Well, yeah, because it cost them 14 cents to make that goddamn movie, I think.
A little more
I
than
don't
that, but I mean, it's.
You
And
know,
this is the one. I don't know if this is. Did Maggie Smith die before this one was? I wonder because like that's
I
going to
have
be
no idea.
Because if she made some scenes in this, like that's also going to be a big deal because she was the one person I thought would not make it all the way through the Harry Potter series.
Jesus,
She made it.
crap.
It's just, she did. Oh, she did. I mean, she was. But even
she really troopered through.
When she was McGonagall in there, I'm like, oh my lord. But I think Roger's right about a lot of that stuff, and I think that it has this weird kind of pull and allure because people also love that British culture, like in like same reason why like Harry Potter was so successful. A lot of like The Gentleman, a lot of those Guy Ritchie films are so because like it brings that over and makes it mainstream. And
The Gentleman and Downton Abbey overlap in so many weird ways.
well, Michelle Dockery, she's in both.
She is. That's true.
A couple other guys are too.
Actually, the Netflix show, The Gentleman, the series they spun off for that is actually really good too.
I really enjoy that. I've caught up.
Watch that, Chris?
What is it?
The Gentleman series on Netflix. It's based off of it's set in the same world as the actual movie.
Yeah, yeah.
It's fucking excellent.
Mm-hmm.
It's also it's very good. Yeah, I'm all caught up with that too.
So on Downton Abbey, the first movie made $200 million, almost. And we were 50% of that movie's box office, like worldwide.
Wow, US did 100 million of that.
Yeah,
interesting.
So it's weird that we're 50% of that. I think I would expect the worldwide to be higher than much higher than domestic.
Yeah, that's fair.
And then the second one made half as much. So
I think that was still during COVID, though. Wasn't it?
It
definitely was. Yeah.
But like, is it fair to say that there's a possibility that like that time has come and gone?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because the second movie came out in 2002. Which that's like right after COVID, right?
2022.
You said 2000.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, 2022.
Very different culture to bring that out.
And now we're 3 years later down the pipeline,
Yeah.
and the second one made less money than the first one. So like, is it kind of like what we're talking about with Avatar a little bit? Where like, do people still care about it at this point? So I don't know if it's going to be a huge hit, versus like
no, it's definitely it is not a guarantee.
Yeah,
it is not a guarantee. I wouldn't be surprised though if it had a decent week.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's fair. Me neither.
Of course, though, I also wouldn't be surprised if they both came in third and fourth. And you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It doesn't
to what that week.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Well, the budget. So the budget for the third one, which is the grand finale, is 13 to 20. It's absolutely going to make that plus. It's going to blow that out of the water the first weekend. So if that's all they got to. If that's all they got to meet, then
let's say rough estimate. Let's just say 20.
Why is it so much less than the second one? The second budget was estimated to be like 40.
Well, a lot of the actors' budgets are built in in a trilogy.
Okay.
In a trilogy, a lot of the actors' budgets are built into the first and second film, not the third. So the third is pure profit.
Okay, got it. Good to know.
All right. So
the
other
fourth
things.
One had a budget. The second one had a budget of 40. So it looks like so.
So other things in September that I want to talk about is a movie that I've mentioned here before. I want to mention him for a second. It is and I know I said this not too long ago, or maybe I just said it to you guys when we were doing some draft stuff. It's the first movie I've ever seen that is a horror sports movie.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen those two things put together. It's about a guy trying to become a football star and meets Marlon Wayans, who is like an established star, and teaching him and like scaring the shit out of him. Creepy trailer, by the way.
Very creepy trailer.
I'm interested in one because I'm a sports guy, obviously, but it's the combination of a psychological sports movie is intriguing.
Yeah.
Like we've never really had a big budget or like a big time movie go down that path before. I mean, like, look, we've seen sports movies and sports shows that aren't all like puppy dogs and rainbows, rah rah, go team. A good example of that is a movie like The Program, which is an older college football based movie, which is an excellent movie, by the way. Really shows some of the darker side of like collegiate sports and things like that. So I'm interested to see how that turns out. Like, but I also fully know that movie could just be a dud. Like I could come in with all the expectations in the world and just be like, all right, this is dumb as hell. Yeah. Like there's definitely potential for that. But I'm intrigued by it. I think the premise is interesting.
I don't think it's going to be. I think it's a safe bet this movie won't be a dud. I don't think, given the trailer, given the names behind it, I just don't see that being a possibility.
Somebody's doing it's an original thing. Somebody's doing different, which Christ is somewhat exciting.
but it's funny you bring that up because the other. Oh, sorry, Chris. Go ahead.
What was the movie? Just back to him for a second.
Mhm.
What was the movie in the Oscars that had the body like morphine crap that went like really crazy at the end?
Substance.
The Substance.
Substance.
The him gives me Substance vibes when I watched.
Okay, well, Substance is a pretty good movie.
Substance was wild fucking ride.
Oh yeah, no, like the last act. Oh, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh,
But,
buddy.
like when I watched him, the trailer for it again, I was like, that's exactly. I got pulled right to there, and
Okay.
and it felt off to me. I think him looks good too, and so far, Jordan Peele and stuff.
Mhm.
Like I haven't met a Jordan Peele movie that I don't like yet.
It's at least been interesting.
Yeah, exactly. So it's very much that
And they're
one
all
interests
very
me a good bit.
They're all very psychological too.
Yeah, and I'm a huge fan of that style
Psychological
of movie.
horror.
So, yeah, I think him does look very interesting, and if anything, I feel like it's going to be a wild ride. So.
Sure.
The other movie
Or it has potential to be just fucking weird.
Yeah, and if it does, it does.
A lot of psychological movies toe that line.
Yeah.
So
I mean, The Substance towed that line quite a bit. If you ask me.
I mean, it's definitely weird.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely.
For good or no matter what you say about Substance, like it or hate it, it's a
the
weird
other
movie.
movie that week, A Big Bold Beautiful Journey, is I'm really excited for. Colin Farrell, Margot Robbie.
Margaret?
Tell us about that one because you do seem very excited about it.
I like those emotional. I like The Life of Chuck. Like I like those emotional kind of two people look at points in their lives and they can, like you see in the trailer when they go to the high school, but people are looking at them like they're students, I think. And Colin, he gets to see that moment when his girlfriend broke his heart. And he's like, I feel that. I feel it again right now, 25, 30 years later. I like stuff like that because that to me is an intriguing, that's a look at people. That's an introspective look. That's art more than something like, I don't want him. I was going to say him, but that's a bad choice because him is like going to be major art, but it's a different thing than like Downton Abbey. It's a different kind of art, for example, than Downton Abbey. I
just watched a really artsy movie that's very similar to that. It's called Hot Tub Time Machine.
Oh, yeah. Great. Wonderful. Yeah. But I like those kind of, you force two people to look at themselves, and like another movie that really, and you guys probably don't have the same reaction to this one as I do, is The Shack. I love The Shack with Sam Worthington and who plays God in that? What was her name? Olivia Spencer? Is that who that is?
Octavia Spencer.
Octavia Spencer. Excellent performances. But it's a very sad, emotional movie about a guy who's spends a weekend with God, he's trying to be convinced to forgive the person who abducted, raped, and murdered his very young daughter. And it's an interesting look at people and how we perceive heaven and God and how we look at things. And it's, to me, it's like, I like that kind of stuff because it's just, I don't want to say artsy again. It's just something we don't get a lot. It's something that it's not something we get a ton of ever. It's something like that. And I really enjoy that kind of stuff. To me, it's like, that's what film kind of is in my palette, is stuff like that. Stuff like Life of Chuck, stuff like Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey. That's like the essence of film boiled down to me, is two people on a journey and they go through things together. That's kind of what that is to me. So,
yeah.
That's what I'm psyched about that. And is Big Bold Beautiful Journey, for example, is that even on your radar? Like, do you guys, if it wasn't for a movie podcast, would you even care about it?
No. I talk on a movie podcast and it's barely on my radar. So
fair.
I mean, I know what it is, which sometimes is a lot for me. And I'm on a movie podcast.
Well, so here's the thing: is that a wide release film?
It is. That's going to be a wide release. Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. I've seen or heard nothing on it, even to this point. Besides,
I saw the trailer.
Yeah,
I did not.
It was on something.
Well, you guys also don't. You guys get there.
I don't always watch the trailers.
I don't actively avoid the trailers. I'm just like, when time's tight, I'm okay with not making trailers.
Yeah.
Well, that's fair, but I try to if it's a 7:00 lights dim, I try to get there. I want to hear Nicole Kidman tell me why AMC is so great. So that's why
I don't get to do that anymore. So
it's okay. So let's talk
Nicole
about
Kidman abandoned me.
Let's talk about.
She left me to die.
the end of September. I think Gabby's Dollhouse, the movie, will do something with the kid crowd. That movie doesn't talk to me at all, but
my youngest really likes Gabby's Dollhouse, and she's very excited. There's a movie coming out. I don't know if we'll see it.
Isn't that like the only kids movie? Like we're like in kids movie Siberia or whatever. There's nothing.
True. It may just us do well because of that.
Just because of that.
True. I mean, we saw that with Minions.
We've seen that.
Minions crawled to like $450 million. Because nothing came out for like 2 months,
just unopposed.
Yeah, it was just like, this is our time.
So I want to go ahead.
I have another September movie to bring up.
Okay, what you got?
I think Xeno looks interesting. I think Xeno looks like high B, low A level movie, right? But like, I think that it has an interesting premise, and it looks like there's at least like some production into this film, and it says it's a wide release. When I looked into this movie, as a sci-fi guy, this really does speak to me in a lot of ways, and it's basically a a girl and her dog story, but like with a murderous alien monster. So I don't know. It seems kind of neat, but it's PG-13, and it plays to like a lot of like the sensibilities that like the movie I just described kind of does. But I think it looks like it might be interesting. I don't think we'll talk about it on our show, just because of the things that are competing with it, like within like the weeks and stuff. But that one seems like an interesting film that, like, I don't know, we haven't had this movie like come up yet. This seems like a at least fairly unique idea, back from E.T. would be like,
sure,
the thing that you can harken back to.
Sure. I mean, that's kind of it. But no, you're right to. But that's the thing is, every week, like 15, every month, there's like 37 things that come out not wide, and that's just one of them. So it's really hard to keep up on stuff like that, but it's not impossible.
That one is wide, is what I'm saying, which is why it's surprising.
Oh, Xeno is wide.
That's what it says.
You guys won't get it where you are. There's no chance. No, short of Columbus or Pittsburgh, there's no way.
If it says wide, why wouldn't we get it? But I guess we just missed Honey Don't.
Just missed Honey Don't because of that.
Yeah, for the same reason. So
so let's. So The Strangers Chapter 2 has an odd allure for me. I like the first one. You guys remember the trailer where they open the door and there's that woman silhouetted, and she's like, she asked for and then I like stuff like that. That really unnerves me. That the explanation being, why are you doing this? Because you were home. It's like, I just want to punch this millennial director in the face. I just want to punch that director in the face because whatever. But I like the lead up to it, though. I like the lead up to it, though.
What's wrong with that line?
The same thing that's wrong. One of the problems with weapons is because when you make a movie, you have to explain things.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
You definitely. You do.
Hey, Strangers didn't.
Strangers did, though. That's the thing. The film did with Scott Speedman and Liv Tyler. The Chapter 1 didn't. So I mean, that's just it. And then you have then you get movies like, what was that movie with the Franco brother and Allison Brie? They all went to the
cabin.
Vacation. Yeah. They all and then like it was just a guy that just because, and like there was no explanation as to why he did what he did. And I understand that's a real world scenario because it is, and people are deranged.
I think the line in the trailer that you're talking about, I think it speaks to just the indifferent nature of the way people can be is what that line is supposed to signify.
Sure, but
which then has a purpose then, right?
Well, okay, yes, it's purpose built into the movie, and that's fine, and that's an explanation for me, and that's all I can ask for. However, I think it's lazy. I think it's kind of how do we explain this? Oh, don't just hand wave explanation of nothing, and then you don't have to.
I'm down with that.
No questions. I think that's lazy. I think to me that's just lazy writing. But that's
interesting.
So I'm excited for that one, but like I like Chapter 1.
I feel like The Strangers, at least from the trailer that I watched, and like the little bit that I know about it, it has potential for like this like whole like deep lore thing, which can really help build a cult following for like a specific series like this. So I mean, I'll be interested to see how Strangers Chapter 2 does. It's probably the thing we're going to be watching at the end of the month. So I mean,
it's highly likely.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the same week is One Battle After Another, which, and I got to say, for a guy who movies have been my entire life, I'm a cinephile. Like I don't. It's on my radar because it has to be, but I just don't care about it.
Strangers Chapter 2, you mean?
No, One Battle After Another with the Leo DiCaprio movie. Yeah, I'm not.
yeah. Here's the thing: if it didn't have DiCaprio in it, I wouldn't even know it existed.
True. No one would. But it's limited, so
No, it's
one of those things.
hold on. It's got a. I mean, DiCaprio isn't the only person in that. Brolin's in it. There's a ton. Sean Penn. There's a lot of people in this movie, so you may have known it. But it's DiCaprio's the pull. But it's just it's one of those things that like I understand it's probably going to be a 9 out of 10. I just personally don't care for it. That's one of my black marks for the year. I get one or two of those. And
Maybe one of those ones where it pops up on Oscar list and be like, we didn't watch that.
Yep. Well,
which happens every year anyway.
It'll be on our catch-up list. It's fine.
Yes.
What was that one that it was about? Woody Harrelson was in it about the sailing on the boat. What was that? Triangle position. You remember that movie a year or two ago? It was up for all kinds of awards and no one saw it.
Oh, the boat movie or whatever. Yeah.
It always happens, but.
I don't know. You know, there's been a couple of those where nobody watched them and we caught it and it was a pretty good movie.
True. I mean,
that is true.
Slide in.
I mean, that's where our love for Holdovers comes from. That's
Holdovers a good movie.
Well,
Suncoast was the same way. Suncoast is a real good movie.
Suncoast is a great movie, and we would have never known about it if it was for Oscar season. Yep. And that was a streaming film.
That was a Hulu.
Let's move along. Let's talk about
October.
Yeah, October. Yeah.
Here we go. The list: Avatar: The Way of Water gets a re-release. Casper gets an odd re-release, which I may check out.
Is it 30 years for Casper?
Yeah, it's October. It's fine.
I mean, Bill Pullman. I like Christina Ricci. It's a fun little movie. I like that. And
Casper's a fine movie.
Yeah. The Smashing Machine, which is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Not a lot of people know about this, but it's him as an MMA guy. You may want to check it out. I'm
torn on that. I don't know. Here's the thing. It's Dwayne Johnson, Emily Blunt, MMA movie, and it's A24.
It's probably going to be fucking great.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
God damn it.
I have a feeling. Also, Kiss of the Spider Woman, Roofman, Soul on Fire, and another big one, Tron Ares, which a lot riding on Tron. But
brother.
October 17th, After the Hunt Goes Wider, Black Phone 2, Good Fortune with the Keanu Reeves, Pets on a Train. You've seen the trailer. It's an animated movie. And The Wilderness, which is getting a lot of talk right now for Oscars. Although it's funny how it hasn't come out yet. People are saying, "Oh, best movie ever." It's one of those, but it's one of those ones that 19 people will watch. But October 24th, Mortal Kombat 2, big one for us.
Yeah, brother.
There it is. There's the October winner.
We like Kano a lot. Regretting You, which is Regretting You. Let me just show you. So, Allison Williams, McKenna Grace, Dave Franco, and Mason Thames. Sorry,
that's the one where they're in the car accident or
Correct.
whatever.
Yes.
And, okay, yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
Like you cannot discount. McKenna Grace might be one of the best actresses, young actresses of our time right now. So
she's really good.
Who's McKenna Grace?
It's got to be on your radar for that. And then Springsteen, Deliver Me From Nowhere, big deal. Jeremy Allen White, which
from BB from Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha. And Springsteen, Deliver Me From Nowhere is Jeremy Allen White. He's, of course, huge in The Bear. He had what I think was one of the best movies of 2024.
Iron Claw.
Iron Claw is incredible. That movie's
also fucking depressing as hell.
Yeah,
that movie's a depressing ass.
That's a crying ass at the end of the movie type film.
So
that movie
the reason this should be on your radar is because Jeremy Allen White, for one, Springsteen is an American legend, and also just in general, those biopics with they tend to do really well and they tend to be really good.
Did you say biopics?
Yeah.
Okay.
Biopics? What do you want to call it?
No, exactly.
I prefer biopic.
Exactly.
You didn't do anything wrong, so I can't say that it's incorrect.
I just wanted to make sure I heard you right. That's all.
Fair enough. The 30th, which is a Wednesday, we get Chainsaw Man, the movie, which, Chris, it's on your radar. It's anime.
It made $30 million domestic in the United States last time, and like 200 worldwide. And again, these have like $15 to $30 million budgets, so they're automatic wins for Japan.
Yeah,
sure.
You know what I mean? Like they make their money back in our region alone. So.
And Stitchhead and Begonia, which is October 31st. You'd think that'd be like a Friday the 13th movie or Freddy or Jason, but nope, Begonia.
So I can boil October down for me to like 3 movies.
Okay.
It's Tron Ares, Black Phone 2, and Mortal Kombat 2.
Has to be.
As much as I like Black Phone, because I championed that movie the first time it came around. I have no shits to give about Black Phone for some reason. I can't bring myself.
I understand why.
Yeah.
Because like I have a feel. Here's the thing. I don't know about how Black Phone 2 will go, but I enjoyed Black Phone.
Yeah,
and so
agreed.
it automatically I have to be piqued by it.
Already peaked, yeah.
But if Black Phone 2 is terrible, I won't be super duper surprised. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And look, I won't die on the hill that Black Phone 2 can't be bad. The first one's so good.
Yeah, I hear you.
No
so
way.
Grace, I found it interesting that you read all these movies off for October, and
horror
there's a lot of movies. There's a lot of movies you didn't read off of, but you called out the Avatar re-release.
Well, no. First of all, I'm reading from firstshowing.net. It has certain ones highlighted. The ones that are not highlighted are I always assume week to week are not wide releases. So I don't. I mean, we're not worried about. We don't see the trailers for. No one would know they exist if it wasn't for the internet type of movies. So not that I'm saying that they're bad or not worth watching. Just that there's not a lot of push behind them for marketing.
I got you.
What do you want to point out that I didn't read?
Just that you called out Avatar: Way of Water, even though it's a re-release.
Well, I mean, that thing's going to do multiple millions of dollars. So
it'll make some money.
I mean, so hold on. Do we really think Avatar: Way of Water is going to make multiple millions on its fourth re-release or whatever it's on now?
I bet you it does it. I bet you it does at least 10 or 15, up to 20. Yeah.
20. Here's the thing.
20 would be
there's a large chance that not a single movie opens for $20 million the entire month of October.
May not open, but accumulated, maybe. I mean, okay, the Smashing Machine, it could make 48 cents, or it could have a $90 million opening weekend.
Yeah. So, I think the main point I'm trying to make about the Avatar thing is again, I don't know how much people care about Avatar: Way of Water. I just don't know.
Well, $2.8 billion worth says people do care about it. I don't know what. Okay, well, can I ask you another question?
Yeah.
There are movies to take bets against, but Avatar, why are you betting against some of the most successful commercial movies in the history of filmmaking? That's my question to you. I'm not saying you shouldn't. I'm asking why.
Because I can count on one hand the amount of people that have ever told me that they've seen Avatar: Way of Water.
That's again 2.8. What are they watching then?
I don't know. I don't know, but I think it's I'm more interested in some of these other movies that we're talking about too than I am in Avatar: Way of Water re-release. You know what I mean?
I totally get that. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. I don't know why it hangs me up a little bit on it. It's one of those things where we're trying to decide what movies we're going to be able to watch for the show. Because occasionally we do show prep, which is magic.
Sometimes.
And we're trying to decide between things like Roofman and Aries, which are both films interest us in different reasons, and things like that. And when we're talking about anticipated films, as much as I want Aries to be good, I don't know where it's going to land.
Just for clarification, it's Tron Aries, right? I don't want someone to listen to this and be like, "What is Aries? What is that?"
Oh, okay. I'm just saying Aries. I'm sorry. Yeah, but I'm a huge sci-fi guy. The first Tron ruled. You know what I mean? That movie is awesome. This one should
hold on. What first Tron? What are you talking about?
The one that came out 2000 and what was it?
Because that's not the first.
That's not the first.
I no. Okay.
The last Tron.
Yeah, the last Tron
that
came out.
That was 2010.
Yeah. But Tron Aries should, by all means, all metrics, it will be a huge film. But like my argument for Avatar, I don't think anyone cares about it. And after watching the trailers a couple times, the trailers aren't that strong either. The premise seems a little bit odd and funky. I think visually it's going to be awesome to see, but I don't know how many people Tron Aries is getting to go to the theaters to see it, compared to other options or other things that are coming out soon. That not everybody can spend money to go to the movies every month, and that kind of thing.
Let me throw you guys a curveball. I don't want to break up discussion, but I have a question to pose.
Yeah.
So, do you guys know what the highest opening weekend of all time is for a movie in October?
In October?
In October.
I don't.
Is it the Halloween movie from 2018?
No, it's Joker.
Oh yeah,
okay. It's Joker. So Joker made $96 million opening weekend.
That's domestic. That's domestic, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I only deal in domestic here.
Only deal in domestic.
Only deal in domestic.
I deal in the domestic stuff.
Only domestic. Okay. The next highest movie of all time is the Taylor Swift Eras Tour with $93 million, which is That's big number.
Damn good.
Yeah.
Okay, and there's one more that breaks 90, and then I'll stop. It's the second, or the Venom Let There Be Carnage, which isn't very good.
Not a very good movie, yeah.
Not a very good
No,
movie.
but fun. I mean, fun.
No, sure.
matters.
Yeah.
It's fun. But all three of those movies cleared at least $90 million. Looking at the slate from October, is there anything in your mind that could remotely come anywhere near that, like ballpark?
Well,
That opening weekend.
No.
Mortal Kombat 2 has potential if
It does
people.
not.
Not. I don't think it has that
Not
kind of
$90
potential.
million
90
potential,
million.
dude. Not opening.
Like, look, I would consider Mortal Kombat extremely successful if it opened above $45 million.
Fair enough.
You're giving it. That's way more credit than I'm willing to give it.
Yeah, well, that's the thing.
Yeah.
But that's half of the number I'm
I
talking
think the
about.
max Mortal Kombat makes is 30. Opening weekend domestic, there's no way it breaks 30.
But yeah, I mean, so that's, looking at this list of October, which October generally isn't the biggest movie month, but as of recently as a couple of years ago, there were movies that cleared $90 million. So it is possible to do so if you have the right caliber movie.
Yeah.
Just looking at this list, there's nothing that would be like surefire hit. Like, there's even like the movies that I want to see, and I know you guys just got done talking about Tron Ares, so I don't want to chime in on that. Like, I'm excited for Tron Ares. I have no idea if Tron will be successful or not.
Yeah.
Hell, I don't even know if Tron will be fucking good.
Yeah.
I don't know.
This is where you start to separate. This is where I start to say that audiences, they may be aware of more, but they're certainly not more sophisticated, because Tron Ares should be, after the sequel of Tron Legacy, that movie is incredible. In that last
Tron
sequence,
Legacy is a good movie.
That last sequence when the Bridges character is trying to keep the disc and his son away from Clue, the music that's playing and the visuals you're seeing, it is maybe one of the most emotional thing movies have had going in a decade. And just based on then when it shows them on he comes back to the arcade, and he coyly tells his father's friend, "You were right, I'm back." And then he rides on the bike because she hasn't seen anything beautiful like a sunset, but she's seeing it then for the first time. It's like, I'm getting goosebumps just talking about it. That alone should have people hyped for Tron Ares, but it won't. And that's why, Chris, I think you are 180 degrees wrong about people being more sophisticated. I think people are smarter. I think people are the opposite of smarter in movies these days, because I think the education is worse, and I think okay, Roger, let me answer your question a different way.
Sure.
People should be excited for the Smashing Machine. You have The Rock, excellent actor. You have Emily Blunt, who is one of the best. Emily Blunt's one of the best. And you have, made by A24, people who know how to make a movie. Like, that should be like, yes, I'm going to get my tickets right now. Tron should be a big deal. Roofman should be a big deal. Black Phone 2, because the first one was okay. And that's having an okay horror movie these days is very, very rare. Mortal Kombat 2 should be a surefire thing. Bruce Springsteen, you're gonna fucking tell me that the Bruce Springsteen, the movie won't break 90. But every guy from the age of 18 to 97 right now loves Bruce Springsteen, but that movie won't do anything because people are
Bruce Springsteen.
Bruce Springsteen is one of the biggest icons in the history of American-made music.
Can I make it?
Are you kidding me with that nonsense?
Can I make a confession?
Yes.
For some reason, I've been thinking that the whole Bruce Springsteen thing was Phil Collins, and now I feel really, really let down.
Those aren't even close to the same.
My point exactly. My point exactly.
Thank you for that gem of wisdom.
The idea, like the whole the white.
I know what's getting cut for a short this week.
I think you're right, Grayson. That there's a large demographic that care about Bruce Springsteen, not Phil Collins. And however, it's from like age 40 to 85, probably.
It's like 50.
Yeah, it's not 18.
It's older than me.
Well, fine, but do the math, and that still is. But that's men and women. That's not just men.
There could be a big audience
That's
for
the
that.
same
Again, though, I just don't think that that hits.
That's the same crowd that goes out to see every Liam Neeson movie at this point. That's the same crowd that that comes out to see.
No, it's a much wider. But Springsteen is okay. Point is, it should be a big deal. Let's say, is it safe to say there's at least 100 million Springsteen fans in the United States?
That's a lot of people. That's one third. That's
okay.
1/3
Fine.
of the population.
Let's narrow it down. Let's say 50 million. Is that fair? Give me a number.
Maybe. I don't think so. I think
let's say
far
20.
Less than you
okay,
think.
I'm going to give you guys the benefit of the doubt, which is not at all the real statistic. Let's say 25 million people are big Bruce Springsteen fans, which I think that number is a lot higher. Let's multiply that by, so if you have, so that was a low ball number, and the low ball number I multiplied it by was $10 tickets. You're looking at $250 million domestic opening, which it won't come even remotely close. That's the point that I'm trying to make with people, is they don't care. People do not care about things like this anymore.
Well, I mean, I like movies. I talk on a movie podcast every now and then, and like
every now and then.
But like a music biopic, I don't have any, like, I don't care about it. It's not something that has me excited. I watch that trailer and I go, huh, okay. But I have to know about it because I'm probably going to talk about it, on a movie podcast.
We get jaded too because we see a lot of movie biopics and a lot of musical ones, and they're not always good.
Yeah,
but that Timothy Chalamet one, this is coming just after the Timothy Chalamet Bob Dylan, was excellent. Yeah. So like, what do you have? The chances are, if you like Springsteen, you also like Bob Dylan. You watch that, and that was excellent. So why wouldn't you watch Springsteen? This is the point I've had since I was a teenager. Seeing some trends of people who watch movies is they just what movies should make a shitload of money do not.
Well, yeah,
like,
but
Nuremberg's not going to be on anyone's list, but like that was a big deal in the turning point of the world for bringing the second most destructive world war ever in the world to an end. And like Russell Crowe is playing Hermann Goering. This is the trial that like allowed them to hunt down the remaining live Nazis that committed these massive war crimes against people. Like this is but like people don't even care. Like it won't break 10 its opening week.
It's not a fun family film.
So. Fine, but I get a little angry when I talk about like even college kids when they're like, I mean, they choose like everyone in college should be excited for Nuremberg. That's like you learn that's I'm gonna go see that. I wrote a paper on that, or I studied that. I want to go see it, but they're interested in going to get a 6-pack, getting drunk somewhere.
You sound like a cranky old man.
He's currently yelling at clouds.
Do you have an onion on your belt because it was the?
All right, let's move on to November.
You get that reference?
I do.
Yeah, you do.
Let's go on to November.
Was the fashion at the time.
Let's go to November.
November's interesting to me, so I
have more things picked out for November.
I have a couple things to shout out in November at least.
Die My Love, Grand Prix of Europe, Nuremberg, Predator Badlands, which we're excited for, Sarah's Oil, November 14th, Keeper, Now You See Me, Now You Don't, The Running Man, Trap House, November 21st, which is before Thanksgiving.
Before. Always before.
Rental Family, which looks to be a Japanese movie. Sisu 2, Road to Revenge, which as much as I love the idea of more Nazi killing, it will fall prey to Wicked.
I'll happily watch Sisu 2 on my own terms.
Well, Wicked for Good that's going to be a massive hit.
Oh yeah, that's going to be huge.
November 26th, which is the day after. No, that's Wednesday. That's Thanksgiving.
The day before Thanksgiving.
Eternity Goes Wider, which is with what's his name? John Wick. Who's John Wick? What's his name? Keanu Reeves. And Zootopia 2, which will be a sleeper hit. Like that'll be a massive hit for kids.
Not a sleeper.
I don't know if sleeper is going to be the right term to use there.
So I don't. Is anyone excited for Zootopia 2?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I could be wrong about that.
So I'll boil down November into like 3 movies.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, if you're into Predator, sure, you can talk that in there too.
True.
But it's Now You See Me 3, whatever. Now You Don't, whatever it is. Wicked 2 and Zootopia. And there's a massive chance that Wicked and Zootopia both do monster numbers.
I agree with that.
Like absolutely juggernaut numbers.
I think The Running Man is going to be way better than what a lot of people are going to give
it's on my list. It's something I'm interested in.
I think that movie looks well shot and at least by it's a good trailer.
Yeah.
But like the movie from the trailer looks like the movie is well shot and it just looks kinetic. It looks like there's just a lot happening in that, and it's going to be at least a wildly like entertaining, fast moving. It feels like Crank in a way.
A better word for you instead of kinetic, use frenetic.
Yeah,
It
that's
just
a
works
better
better
word.
there.
I will caution you though. The other movies, for example, of that era, the remakes did not do well. Total Recall bombed. RoboCop bombed. So, and this is another like '80s iconic movie.
It looks like they've updated it though to like not set in that time frame
Yeah.
though.
Well, no,
so-
but it was the original Running Man was in that time of
Oh,
we
yeah.
love the '80s, but we also loved trying to make the future look super sci-fi. You know, when we were doing that for 10 or 15 years in film, and like this is so they're sticking with that aesthetic. However, I will say Edgar Wright is doing this, not some higher
Yeah.
director. So Edgar Wright is far and away better
Good.
than any other. Yeah, he's.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he's even interested in something like a property like that, to be honest with you. But
Maybe he's a fan of the original.
Yeah,
growing
so
up.
you never
I'm
know,
sure
right?
he
Yeah.
is. I'm sure he is.
Yeah.
But I think you're right about boiling it down to those are the movies it comes down to. Those
Yeah.
movies that will
No.
make money and nothing else.
Yeah.
Zootopia is going to make a ton. Wicked's going to make a ton. Like I'm still in shock about how good I thought Wicked was,
Mhm.
because like, not a super big musical fan. I'm happy to watch them, but do it enough at this point.
Yeah.
And like I thought Wicked was very well done.
Yeah.
Like,
Wicktopia 2 is going to be fine.
yeah, it's going to
Zootopia.
be a big couple of weeks for
Mhm.
the theater, and hopefully though that recoups, because there's not going to be a whole lot of money to be made through the fall until those times come through. So
Yep.
it'll be
Now let's-
interesting to see how that goes down.
Well,
at
let's
the
talk
end of the
about
month.
December real quick, and then we'll talk about our most anticipated.
Yeah.
December is super light, by the
Well,
way.
as of right
Yeah.
now, it is. December 5th, the first Friday in December, we get Five Nights at Freddy's 2, a sequel to a very successful movie. It did very well for itself.
Yep.
Merrily We Roll Along, which I'm not quite sure what that one is.
I
I'll
don't know
check
what
on that
that
in a
is.
second. The 12th, we have Ella McKay, Scarlet, Silent Night, Deadly Night, which,
Sure.
then the 19th is the big one. You have Avatar, Fire and Ash, and the
SpongeBob.
SpongeBob movie.
Sorry.
Yeah.
SpongeBob.
And then slated for Christmas Day, which I don't think these are going to come out. Anaconda, which is not the Jennifer Lopez remade movie. The Housemaid, Marty Supreme, and Song Sung Blue, which I don't know if any of those will even be on the.
Yeah, those might move.
So
Those
would you
might
like me
move,
to boil down December?
Avatar.
Yeah,
and
go ahead, yeah.
SpongeBob. That's it.
No, just Avatar.
Yeah, just Avatar.
Just Avatar.
Well, okay. Here's the
Just
interesting-
Avatar. Avatar Fire and Ash is
Hold
the
on.
official name.
Let's take a.
Is it Ash and Fire?
No, it's Fire and
Ash and
Ash.
Fire.
It's Fire
Is
and
that
Ash.
Fire and Ash?
Let's
It-
take
it's
it just
Fire.
10 seconds. Why do you guys think SpongeBob will do anything? I do.
Because it's going against Avatar.
Yeah.
It was a different demographic, though.
There will be more people that want to take their kids to see Zootopia than take their kids to see a SpongeBob movie at this
That's
point.
okay. Fair. I think a movie will make some. It won't make nothing. It'll still make a decent.
It'll make it.
Oh no, there's plenty of adults in their late 30s, early 40s that love SpongeBob still. It's fine.
It also still, but that is definitely the Avatar crowd too. though.
Yeah.
And this is. I will say this as an aside. Then we'll get back to this. We'll do another episode looking at 2026, the further, maybe sometime in November. But man, 2026 is looking stacked. Just saying.
Good.
Anyway,
I mean, I hope it does. I mean, the beginning of the year is always a little different than the end of the year when we're wrapping up stuff and getting close to Oscar season. So
Yeah.
But no, I mean, yeah, Avatar is going to be the thing that happens in December, right? Which is fine. We'll see how it goes. I'm an Avatar doubter, so we'll have to see how well this one does. Being the third one in the trilogy,
and that's fine. You have your reasons. I respect those reasons, and I don't even think you're wrong about half of them, to be honest. But if we're talking about like Avatar is the big that's what Hollywood does best, right there. Like that's the best example of big budget, big actors, big action,
Sure.
and big music. Like that's what it is. So, you guys aren't excited for Silent Night, Deadly Night?
No.
I am.
Does it have Dan Arbor in it?
Well, no, but I was excited because, and I'm not a huge fan
If
of
it was Violent Night 2, I would be
Exactly,
semi-excited.
that's what I mean,
Because,
yeah.
all jokes aside, Violent Night was a pretty decent,
Sure.
beat 'em up movie.
Mm-hmm.
It was funny.
It was.
There was decent action, and
Absolutely.
it was a good story.
So was Silent Night. So Violent Night, Silent Night should be good. But Chris, you love the Terrifier.
They team up and just beat up shit.
This is from the same people that brought the Terrifier franchise to life. So I mean,
Yeah.
that alone has made me put on my radar because it's on the Terrifier is on your radar. So
Yeah, but Terrifier is very unique with who's involved in being the monster and such. And there's a lot of little things in Terrifier that when they're done well, they're done really well. When they're done just because there's a sect of the fans of that genre that like just think that shit looks cool on screen, or like that's what they're there for. It's a little different when it's like done the right way by the right people. So like you said, it's some of the same people that did Terrifier. So I'm interested in it. But I'll wait to see what other people think of it before. Like I'll word of mouth the crap out of that one, and that's how I treated Terrifier. Terrifier, I didn't have any faith in when the first one came out, but I was told by some of the crowd I talked to, they were like, "Hey, this is messed up, but it's good," and they were right on that.
Interesting.
Well, so those.
Okay.
I mean, as much as a recap we can have in the next few months, that's what's coming out. Whatever changes or gets slated later, we don't know, but that's all the theatrical stuff we know of.
True.
So, guys, one last thing I want to do before we wrap up here. I don't want to put anybody in a spot, but I want you guys to think about a couple of movies that you guys are the most excited about. You don't have to really say why.
Yeah.
But just like through the whole list and say, take a minute, state your piece of like why it's going to be the movie you want to see, like that sort of stuff. Does anybody want to go first, or I can go first?
I can go first. My idea.
All right, Chris. So give me a couple.
So I got three. Right?
Okay.
So I have one. I have two that I'm really excited for, one that I'm hopeful for.
Okay, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah. So the one that I'm hopeful for is what I touched on a few minutes ago is Running Man.
Okay.
I think this movie has the potential to be a blast of a ride. Like I said, it feels like Crank from watching the trailer, and I just think that the movie has a chance to be entertaining. It's got Handsome Glenn.
It's Handsome Glenn. I knew we couldn't get through an episode without calling him Handsome Glenn.
Even in his worst movies we've seen, they've been fun.
He's still likable. He's a likable guy,
and I think that for that reason, like Running Man, again, I'm hopeful for it. That could be a fun ride. So no matter when I get to see it, whether it's competing with something on the show and I get to see it when I catch it, or if we end up watching it because it blows up, I'm hopeful for that one. Him, to me, and I might be stealing a little bit of your thunder on this, Roger, but I'm ready for him. I think this looks like intriguing, messed up, terrifying, cool, all the right reasons why I like Jordan Peele stuff. Like this looks like it could be like really, really entertaining from like a psychological thriller kind of way. Okay. To really like I feel like this movie could affect me, and that's what I love it when movies do. When I can't shake thinking about them for a couple of days after. Okay. And then for me personally, the thing I'm most excited for is actually hitting soon, which is the Demon Slayer film. Right. I'm a huge fan of the franchise. I can't wait to see this movie on a big screen. Yeah, I'm contemplating seeing it twice if it's good. Like if it's good and I see it in marquee,
double movie deal.
If I see it in marquee and it's good, I'm gonna try to see it in IMAX because goddamn, I want to see something like this in IMAX. So that's kind of where I'm at. I want to see that. I'm most hopeful for the Demon Slayer movie, The Infinity Castle, because I want to see it do like 500 million again. I'd love to see it do more. I don't know. I don't think it will, but like, man, it'd be cool as hell because again, it'll get movies like this closer to being on the map more often in the United States. And it's something that, I'll selfishly benefit from, but man, would it be cool to have some more reach in that area for me. So
can I make an addendum to what you just said, like a little aside to what you just said about that? Is I would like to see more movies done in anime style that are more closely related to the, let's say, call it the Western, the American approach to Hollywood. It was because I consider the Lord of the Rings, the War of the Rohirrim, to be somewhat like that.
Yeah, so it's an anime.
Yeah,
it's 100% an anime.
Yeah. Well, no, the thing is, like, it's anime, but it had more in common with our way of storytelling than like Dragon Ball Z did. So I think that'd be an interesting mix of.
You're right. We need more Dragon Ball Z. That's right.
I mean, look, I like.
Also agree.
Give me Diamond now, you cowards.
We really liked the movie in 2022. We liked the Dragon. What was that, Broly or something?
Superhero. Well,
superhero.
Superhero, and the one before that was Broly, which is a badass movie.
Both. If you're in that space, badass movies. If you haven't seen them,
fucking sweet. Yeah. All right, Grayson, you want to go? Or you want me to go?
I'll go if you don't mind. I'll go the way. It's like I don't think my big one, of course, Avatar. I'm a James Cameron. Sure. I love James Cameron. I would love to talk to him. I have so many questions for him. I think the first two Avatar films are good. I don't think they're great, but I think they're good and they show promise.
They do make money.
Yeah, they make a few bucks, that's for sure. They show promise in storytelling in these nice little intimate moments, and they do well what Hollywood, to me, in my mind, does well is they put on a big spectacle. So of course that's on my list. The other big one for me is Tron Ares, because I'm a big fan of Tron, and I don't know how you can watch Tron Legacy and not immediately book your ticket for Ares. I don't know if we're going to get the same story. We heard Bridges' voice in the trailer, so he's obviously in it somewhat. I don't know if Garrett Hedlund's in it, or
he's got to be,
or the girl 13
Olivia
from
Wilde.
Olivia Wilde, 13 from House. Olivia, like I hope we do. I hope we get somewhat of a continuation of that story. I don't know though. We'll see. And then my other one, the one that I'm hopeful for, Chris, like you did, I'm the Big Bad Beautiful Journey, the big bold beautiful journey. I'm all in for that, man. I love movies like that. I love the emotional journey. I love movies that reveal something about a character of who we are. And as a side note you guys remember last year I talked about a movie a lot that you guys didn't watch and it didn't get wide release. It was White Bird, A Wonder Story. Do you remember that one?
Yeah.
I do, yeah.
When Helen Mirren plays a woman who was very young during the Nazi occupation and tells her grandson, who just got kicked out of school for bullying a kid, what that cost her family back when she was a young girl in a French village. That is immaculately told story to me. I love that. And like, that's a real story and a real world event. And like, I'm hoping Big Bold Beautiful Journey can wake up some of that in me again. It's like that emotionality I'm really looking for. I don't even, is emotionality even a word? I don't know if that's a word. But.
Yeah, sure. So. It is because you said so.
Thank you.
True.
Go ahead, Roger. Hit us.
So I don't want to rehash my list too much because you guys have both of you guys have said some stuff that's on mine. Like him, super excited for, which I've already stated. Tron Ares, super pumped for Tron Ares. I love Tron Legacy. I think it's a great movie. Still looks good even by today's standards for movies like 15 years old.
Yeah.
It's like graphically, sound is incredible in that film, and it's all done by Nine Inch Nails and Trent Reznor this time. Which, hell yeah, brother.
Yeah.
And obviously, like other movies, just one or two other ones that I'm excited for, like Mortal Kombat. Like
I want it to do good. I really do.
Because, like, look, no, I want it to be bad, and I want it to be bad in the good way.
Yeah.
I want it to be so bad it's to be like, this is exactly what I wanted bad. Because, like, look, if you watch the last Mortal Kombat movie, you'll probably like it, and it's not very good.
Yeah.
It just truly isn't. But it's perfectly Mortal Kombat, and that's important. Mm-hmm. Because, like, look, if you took the Mortal Kombat story and you turned that into an Oscar film-winning franchise, that would be so fucking impressive that it's impossible. But you could make a movie exactly like the last Mortal Kombat, and it feels very much like Mortal Kombat.
True.
The other last thing I wanted to talk about is a movie that I'm like torn on. And it's nothing we really mentioned. So, like, I love the original Now You See Me movie.
Okay, yeah.
I love that movie. I think
first one's very good.
The first one is very good.
Yeah.
The second one is not.
Agreed.
It is not good at all. All the good that they did in the first one, they kind of threw out the window with the second one.
Yeah.
So I'm intrigued by the third one. Okay. I hope it's good. I would like it to be good because I enjoy movies that are based off like magicians and sleight of hand. I think the idea of that stuff is pretty cool.
Yeah. We're dudes. Magic's cool.
Yeah. Right? Yeah. Yes.
I'm not wrong.
Magic is cool. But I hope that movie's good. But again, I wouldn't bank on it.
Yeah.
But I'm hopeful for it.
Yeah.
So that's really all I got. You know, I think, you know, we kind of made this go on the fly, and I was really happy with how it turned out.
Yeah,
so.
Same.
Grayson?
I'm really happy that our lists were different too. Like we have the same movies.
Well, especially because like there's not a whole lot out there.
Yeah.
So,
but I mean, I think it just also shows like we're, you know, while we talk about movies every week, you know, together, we all enjoy very, you know, we all have very like specific tastes in movies that kind of all have these intersecting points, you know, in the appreciation for how film's made.
Absolutely.
So it works out when, you know, when we can kind of sink our teeth into something like this, where it's like, you know, I'm excited for a cartoon movie that's coming out, and like, you know, we've got, you know, some masterfully done Mortal Kombat film on someone's radar, and then, you know,
the highest grossing film franchise of all time in Avatar.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's, you know, it's just, it's something that you know, I think it does bring some uniqueness to what we talk about, which is cool.
All right, Grayson, bring us home, buddy.
All right, gentlemen, thank you for joining us for this discussion. That does it for us on episode 44 of Post Credits Podcast, a show where we are lucky enough to talk about movies with you. If you listen to this episode on an audio-only service such as Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, and Podbean, feel free to head over to YouTube. Check us out there. turn us on while you're doing work, whatever. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. If you already have, thank you. We provide you week in, week out with some funny anecdotes to laugh at. Or I just say dumb things, and we all say dumb things. Roger's got a good beard. Chris sometimes has a good beard. I don't know. I never have a good beard, though, ever. Never will have a good beard. But anyway, thank you. And next week, we'll see you again for another movie. What even is next week?
I don't know. We'll talk about something.
All right.
We'll make that decision.